Happy Sunday. Well, flying by. The end of September. I can't believe it. I feel like I didn't even see the summer yet. Anyways, I wanted to talk a little bit about the solar eclipse, solar new moon eclipse that's happening on October 2nd, because this is going to be a big one. It's in Libra, by the way, 10 degrees Libra. And if you don't know what that means, go to Cafe Astrology and print your free chart, and you'll be able to see that the first number next to every planet, and there's a key at the bottom of the chart that will tell you what sign, like say Mercury, it will be in Libra at so many degrees and so many minutes. So you can tell what planets you have that may affect you, where in your chart, where it's going to affect you on October 2nd and beyond. So 10 degrees Libra, it's happening at 2:49 East Coast time. And it is powerful. They call it the Ring of Fire because the moon and the sun the moon doesn't completely cover it. What's happening is we have an outline as if it's a ring of fire around it, which makes it very, very powerful. So the sun and the moon are really aligned. That means they're both in Libra, right? And even Mercury is conjunct both the sun and the moon. What does conjunct means? It means it's just a few degrees away, 1 or 2 degrees away from the sun and the moon. So these are powerful energies, both personally and collectively as well. We know the micro macrocosm thing, whatever happens to us personally happens in the big picture, or whatever happens in the big picture affects us all personally. So you want to be able to really harness the energies of this eclipse. Make time for it, even if it's an hour out of your day or at night or whatever, to really be there, because this is really intensified energy. And because it's Libra, it involves relationships of all kinds. And I believe that this eclipse is going to be a special one, because what it's going to do is it's going to be a karmic release. So anything you've been working on with relationships in your life that may have been difficult, you may see things coming to a head to try to balance out either one way or the other. Relationships in your working environment, in your family, either balancing them out, because Libra is all about the scales and balance, and having them come together in a good way, or moving on. So just know there's a lot of energy that's really palpating. You should be able to almost feel it with your relationships. There will be things that will feel like they're speeding up. Time's going to feel like it's speeding up, and manifesting. So be mindful during this time, because it's really about balance. It's about beauty, the things that are important to you, and how you feel about yourself. And solar is always, the lunar is internal, the solar is external, how people see you, all of that. So by knowing which house it's in, 1 through 12, it will tell you how it's going. I don't want to say hit you, because that doesn't sound positive, but it's going to tell you where it's going to show up for you. So, example, if you have it in your first house, Libra, it's going to shine on like how people see you. Maybe they're seeing you differently all of a sudden. It's your invitation into the world, as if when you were born. So just know this. Also, the timelines are speeding up. So you can choose different timelines. You think you're going in this direction, next thing you know, you're over here. That could be a very good thing if you want to get off the train that you're on already, if it's not working for you. So this is the 5th eclipse out of 6. That is the Aries and Libra axis. We're talking about the nodes and all of that. So the last one will be next March 29th, 2025, and then we'll move on to 2 other ones. But this is going to be a powerful time because we're coming on the off the tails of the fall equinox. So coming off of that, and then it's Rosh Hashanah. So this energy is just like building. And like I said, I feel it's going to be palpable. And as in any new moon, new beginnings, this is going to give it more power. Okay. So again, it's a good time to review what you've gone through, what you've created this year, where you still want to be, and then get focused and make it happen. If there's any connections business wise or people you want to really connect with, do it, but be mindful of peace and balance. Okay, you might even want to, I'm not going to give you a ritual because you've heard many of them from me right now. But remember, this is good because that's an air sign. You want to be, you could be writing, you could be doing something outside, you could make a list of what you're still trying to bring in and clip it to a plant in your garden or whatever and let that go out in the breeze. Anything like that. So I'm going to leave it at that. And we're going to start with Colette Byron Reed, a map deck. I like this deck. I love pretty much all her decks, but I like this one. It's the Enchanted Map. I stand corrected. So for the week of September 29th and beyond, Sacred Pool. And this is a really nice picture here. All right. So when I look at the sacred pool, this is a great picture because first of all, sacred and pool, it's to me, it has this magical quality to it because you can see that there's something swimming in the sacred pool and there's magic afoot because we see these beautiful gold orbs on here. So it's almost like a magical, I think of kind of like Avalon in England, where Avalon used to be, through the veil and the water there and magic. So this says, when you look into the mirror, do you like what you see? The sacred pool card asks that you focus on self-love and self-esteem. We are all works in progress. So a detached self-examination made with rigorous honesty is called for. Reflect by the sacred pool and be at peace with yourself. Can you see how far you've come and how magical this is? Yeah, that's what I was seeing, the magic within it. When you're conscious that you're the embodiment of spirit, it becomes easier to respect yourself and act in good conscience. Then you'll reap the greatest rewards. Your unique service to the world is not only needed but celebrated. See the love within you and know that if you cast it upon the waters, it will return to you tenfold. Be at peace, for you are beautiful and loved. Act with surety and confidence, and success shall be yours, whatever you're asking about. So think about that for a moment. I was just talking about how this week is the eclipse. So think about that, putting out what you want and feeling good about yourself. It mentioned beauty, as I did before with the eclipse. So maybe you're wanting to make an improvement. Maybe you don't like the way something is in your life, the way you're dressing, the way your hair is, whatever. And this is a good time for that change. The Magdalene Oracle by Tony Salerno. So funny. Each deck has such a very unique feeling to it. All different. All right. What card, Magdalene, do you want us to have for this solar eclipse new moon week? Liberation. Quite an interesting picture. The star over her third eye. I just get the feeling looking at this card like she's been through hell and back again. And because she still looks weary to me. Her eyes look weary, like she's come through a lot and now she's at the other end of it. All right, liberation. A person who recently was hurt or disappointed in some way is simply a mirror for the hurt and disappointment you already hold inside of you. All the events of your life, regardless of whether you label them as good or bad or simply acts of love, the hurt or disappointment you now feel is an opportunity for you to examine what it is that you don't love about yourself. It's safe for you to open your heart, love yourself as you are, stop placing unreasonable expectations on yourself. Though self-acceptance comes through self-acceptance comes a newfound sense of freedom, which transforms the way you see life and the world around you. We were just talking about if you don't like certain things about yourself. So sounds like we've got a little revamping here to do, and then accept what is. All right, we have Keepers of the Light by Kyle Gray. If you haven't checked out his amazing artwork online, you should. He's an amazing artist and mystic. He used to be around here living up in New York, and he moved to Scotland. So he's got his gallery there. Maybe we have to take a road trip. All right, White Eagle, ancestor spirit. Connect to your lineage. A family wound or pattern can be healed now. A friend of mine used to channel White Eagle, and I used to speak to him. Very, very powerful. Okay. Where are you? All right, it says, take some time to honor just how far you have come, recognizing through ceremony and ritual the shifts in your awareness. Healing and journey really allows you to move into a state of grace and gratitude. You have or had recently had an opportunity to heal an old family wound or pattern. It's important to connect with your family and spirit so that you can set a new energy of love in place. White Eagle is bringing your ancestors through to you and allowing you to know that they are happy and well. He is sounding the sacred drums to clear your spirit. So it sounds like this is a good week for healing as well. Messenger of Spirit, and this is by Whitney McNeil. All right, let's pull our last card for this week. Choice. It's decision time. The choice is yours. Oh, opened right to it. Okay, it says free will, options, and directions. There are times in life where there isn't just one answer. You get to decide. The message is it's up to you. You have choices and options. Whatever you choose, so long as your intuition isn't screaming not to, Spirit supports you. Your guides can show you the energy around your options, but they won't tell you what to do. You get to decide your own direction, and the choice is yours. If you've asked a question and you've received the choice card, the answer is simple. You get to decide. You can't go wrong. So interesting. We have a lot going on. We're making up our mind about choices in our life and directions. We have healing, we have beauty and change about the things that we don't like and moving on from there. I'd say it sounds like a powerful week. Don't forget the second. Take care.